So the last video I left off with the Wraith looking pretty much like this. There's not a lot left. Not much has changed apart from I cleaned a little bit and ordered a heap of parts online to get it up and going again. So starting in no particular order of parts, I've gone and bought a set of drive shafts, which all alloy instead of the plastic original ones in there. They seem to slide fairly freely. There's no real issue with movement there. Biggest concern I have is whether I've ordered the right size, because I've only sort of eyeballed it on the last one and just sort of went, yep, that should do. And they seem comparable to what came off, but a little bit longer. So they may not compress far enough, but we'll see how we go when we get it further back together. Next thing I ordered was a set of links, which should be compatible with the Wraith, XCX10, etc. Full set of links, which I haven't worked out which ones go where exactly, but there's 4 different sizes, so I guess it'll be a bit of trial and error. There's no instructions whatsoever with it, and they are all slightly different links to the original links, so I can't even compare to those, which is going to make it even more fun. Servo to get rid of replace the one that was completely kaput. I've gone and bought a cheap 40 kilo metal geared servo. Hopefully it lasts a bit longer than the other one. Yippin Servo, I think their brand is, which can't say I've heard of, but sounds like great quality. The body, I was looking at getting new body panels for the Wraith, but the problem I had is the price of new panels. You either got 2 options: spend a fortune or make your own. So stumbled across this, which is cheaper to buy the whole body or cage with panels already installed, supposedly completely compatible with the Wraith, but yet to be seen. I've already come across one issue with just a quick look over it and about 5 minutes of just checking things, whether they're going to fit. The battery tray itself doesn't quite clear the top of the gearbox, so when it's in there, if you can imagine, it sits roughly lined up like that. So I've got 2 options. One is cut about 10mm off the front of the gearbox, off the battery tray, sorry, or cut the gearbox straight through, or just the gearbox shroud straight through here, and leave that gear sitting right in front of the battery tray. I think we're going to go with cutting that off, because at least it still gives me the option of putting a full-size battery into the car itself. Probably don't need a full size, but I prefer trail running, so I'm not really concerned about the extra weight. It's more so just more run time would be better. So yeah, hopefully it does go together fairly easily. Shock absorbers to get rid of the old dodgy ones wherever I put those. So I've got these new shockies, which are basically full alloy, a bit of a different design to normal. So you've got this threaded section the whole way down, which allows you to adjust ride height without actually reducing sort of travel of the whole shocky. So it might be a little bit odd to install. I'm not sure whether I can mount them somewhat like that, or they have to be mounted out like this to get clearance happening. But a bit of trial and error as we're going and putting it together. Should figure it out. I have already modified 2 of them, because the standard springs they come with are extremely firm, and I wasn't a fan of the plastic ball joints on these, because with the offset here, I'm assuming there's going to be a fair sort of load back and forth in weird directions on those ball joints, which could cause them to come loose or eventually break. Not that it's really a heavy car, it's going to be fairly light, but also a little bit of alloy bling bling, why not? So the other thing I did is changed it to the springs that come, or the extra springs that come with them, which are way softer than the originals. So being a lighter car, I'm definitely not going to need the blue springs that are quite firm that they come with. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you an update on where I'm at, and show you what's going on, and hopefully start doing the build very soon.